Alright, if you don't know, both of these boxes are now empty. So what we've done is, because Leon was on one baby, I put that in under another pair that's got one baby. I did have to move a hen in here today, which was a little bit annoying, but it does lead on to a bigger story anyway. She's here somewhere. Oh, she's hiding there. So what's actually happened with this hen or hen, she's been a little bit cheeky. It's probably not all her fault. But she left Mr. Kruger. She was paired up to Mr. Kruger, so I'll go back in here. And then she went and got with Apache. So she's abandoned her babies and she's found someone else. So what I've done is I've separated her into this box for the time being, just because I don't want that happening. And I just need a spare hen that I can utilize for one last round with one of the Cassat cocks that I've got before I do give him to my friend. So I thought, oh well, since you've misbehaved a little bit, and that's what's gonna happen with you, because you can't do that in this loft. Let's have a look in here. Which, it's a little bit annoying, but you know, unfortunately these things do happen. Oh, she just laid an egg too. Oh, that's awesome. We'll have a look at that. That is super early too. What? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. That is way too early to be laying that first egg. So strange. Anyway, yeah, so that hen we just seen, she is down here. She's raising up that slate baby. Here's Mr. Kruger here. He's a lonely father now. No, that's not Mr. Kruger. That's the other one. Where's Mr. Kruger then? Them two look the same. There he is here, up on the stage. Yeah, those two look the same. They are pretty closely related anyway. So yeah, he will be able to raise those babies by himself, which is fine. We'll have a look at those, because I do really like the coloration in these things. The colours coming through really nice. I'm still undecided if it's a slate, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. It probably is, like some people say. If it was a dirty gene, you would get those black feet and black all over, but we don't. So yeah, it's interesting, but we'll just keep chipping away at it. But I got some nice, it's got this typical kind of slaty coloration to it. So if we do, that's fantastic. And then just a nice little checker over the back there as well, which is really nice to see. Beautiful little birds. This one's actually not so small now. They're starting to get a bit of size on them, so they're going to be pretty solid. Muscly but medium. That's what I like. It's definitely what we're into here, because it works quite well. Those tough races, that's what we're about. And these should be hatching as well, so they can't be too far off starting to chip. But I can't really see anything just yet. Oh no, there we go. Let's zoom in. I can even feel the little chick chipping his way out. So yes, you can slap me. Sorry buddy. I haven't seen any action on that second one just yet, so we might just have to wait a day and see if something starts chipping out. But last I checked, both those eggs are fertile, so that second one better, I tell you. Where is she? Little Storm. She's doing a good job. She's fostering those ones for us. And she should be laying a second egg. We'll have a look at that at the moment. But it's really good that this one laid that egg right now, because she's actually a really, really good mother. She probably lays more eggs than Isa Brown. So she definitely can utilize the timings better to float these eggs. So hopefully, I was planning on taking this front off this cage, but I've decided not to, because this hen was laying her eggs this weekend. So I thought I don't want to risk her dropping them anywhere she shouldn't. So what's the big boy doing? Hey, it's so nice, eh? Such a beautiful pigeon. He likes being right with the hen at all times. I won't get to. He's just like, get away from my lady. But there is 2 eggs in there, so I'm pretty happy with that. And it's really hard to tell, but we won't know just yet if they are fertile. So we're probably just going to have to wing that one and see it at the moment. Probably check them in 4 or 5 days, maybe 7, see how they're going. But those 2 eggs, if they are fertile, are going to be our Pattaya babies. And depending, if she lays really quickly within a week to 10 days, then that next round can potentially be part of that pataya as well. We've got about a 2-week window from probably this weekend of actually getting eggs laid, and then once incubation and weaning, that sort of time's up. Just enough to get them into 4-week isolation and then on the aeroplane and over to Thailand, which is crazy. It's real crazy. I actually did move another hen over here for Apache because we took Storm out, because hopefully we might be able to get Storm with the old boy in, who knows, a couple of weeks time. Maybe we'll see how that goes. It's not locked in stone yet, but it's kind of, you know, just forward thinking, maybe get one round out of there. Yeah, I brought this little hen in here. She's I think she's Van Dyke, so I brought her in to keep him entertained, but he obviously decided to steal Mr. Kruger's partner. And we've also got Leo in here temporarily as well, trying to unpair him. Most of the pairs are going to start unpairing soon anyway, and I am doing a big sort of tidy up as well. So I'm going to, in tidy up I mean sort through the pairs, what ones I want to keep, which one's going to go. I've been starting to make a list. I might start letting a few of the good ones go as well, but not the best ones, if you understand that, because I do have a lot of stock birds, especially some over there that I want to try out. Those ones will be disappearing soon as well. Those eggs, we don't need those ones because this is timing up better for us. We're not doing any more breeding apart from getting patayas sorted. That's the main thing at the moment. So he's a nice cockbird, this one. I do have 2 babies over in the other loft from him, and they are really nice actually, quite big and strong babies, so pretty keen to see how those ones perform for me. Hopefully we can get those moving. And this egg feels light. It is quite small. It's a little bit of a funny coloration to it, but I can kind of see that it still is fertile. So what I might do is probably come out and candle that one later just to double check it. It should be hatching very soon also, because kind of now we're transitioning into more like one loft orientated birds. The main reason for that is I know every year that I can actually participate in one loft, but I can't guarantee every year I'll have a lot of time to participate in local racing. So I thought, at least if we can get some one loft birds going, if they're going to perform okay in one lofts, then generally they should perform equally as well local racing as well. So that's a kind of, you know, the way that I look at it, because, you know, things are getting more expensive and I will have to work a lot more overtime in the coming years. So I'm kind of just want to chip through and only keep the best birds that I think are going to be towards that goal, as well as making videos a lot of times. So I'm kind of just trying to get a good balance here. We've got a lot of birds now. You know, a few really generous subscribers have sent us some really super birds as well that I do want to try out. And there might be a few birds potentially like this hen that we may auction off, and maybe the big boy up here as well. More I've got a lot of babies from a lot of these, and if they do make it through the race season, I'll be breeding off those race birds as well. That's something I want to do going forward, is put a lot more emphasis on breeding from birds that have actually performed well, and still are racing. I'd like to breed in those boxes I've got in the other side, and then sort of, you know, not rely on having all these stock birds, because I don't want a lot of stock birds. I really want to start breeding off race birds. That's where my main goal is. And birds that come back from the one loft as well that have performed, I'd really like to either break them in here and fly them, and breed from them as well. So I don't want to house a lot of locked up birds. Only a few, obviously, like the best hen, Storm, and a few others that we will still have to lock up. But yeah, we're slowly getting there. Hopefully this season we'll be able to test a few more birds and start to really get a bit more of a direction on the birds that are performing really well for us. So stay tuned and I'll see you very, very soon.